we're going to try and sort out something with the AC, but at the break we'll open all the doors, get some air in here for you. Thanks, Danny. It's very interesting, mate. Next up, we have, again, an aspect of this movement that isn't, people asking what's going on, who's doing what. Well, we have a whole team of people underneath. And remember, we are in development. We've only been going really for 2 years, and we are still in the development stage, the organisational stage, and, I'm going to introduce you now to a person who's crucial to these roles, the translation team. Sue is known by her moniker on our sites as Vixie. Some of you may have heard of her, may have talked to her. Sue heads up the Spanish translation team. She went to Palma, Mallorca 32 years ago to dance for a week, and 32 years later, she's still living there. And thank God, because she works bloody hard for us. As with all the translation teams, Sue's just going to talk about some of the work that the translation team do, so that people understand what goes on behind the scenes and what we are trying to do, and how many dedicated people put an awful lot of time into this for free. Yeah, we do this because we want to do it. Anybody who tells you, what would you do in the future, and do what you want to do. And people do things for nothing. We do all this for nothing, So don't let anybody tell you, you need to be paid to do things. We do this, we want to do it, and we want to take this world forward to make it better for all of us and your children. So, see you later.
Denisa, Kowa, Honchai Meili, Liso de Economy. Now that probably sounded like Chinese to you, didn't it? It did to me too, because I was making up as I went along. But I have a point. And the point is the following. On the planet, we actually have 7 billion people. Of those 7 billion people, only around 450 million actually speak English. I've got a map here of the English-speaking countries. And so, as the majority of the material that we receive in the linguistic team comes to us originally in English, our task is to translate all that material for all those millions and billions of people who, without our translations, the videos that we share would sound like Chinese. And when you understand that, you can begin to see the vital role that the linguistic team plays within the Zeitgeist movement. Because without the translations, we are never going to be a truly global movement. Millions would never get to know about the resource-based economy, about the Venus Project, or about the Zeitgeist movement. So how do we work? Well, we work collaboratively in teams. We work transparently. All the projects that we are translating are up online. Anybody can look them up. They can follow the progress. Sometimes there's moments in the process when they can join in and help translate as well. We have a unified method of work, which we have developed collaboratively over the months as the team has been growing. And we hold regular meetings online in TeamSpeak to be able to keep up to date with the latest information, with the new tools that might be brought in, the updating of tools to a new level. And all this is aimed towards achieving the best possible translations that we can. Because the accuracy in the translations is equal to the credibility and the survival of the movement. If we give out poorly translated or badly presented work, this only serves to spread confusion and gives a bad image, quite frankly. So the accuracy in the translations is what we're always striving for, the best possible translations that we can. As time has progressed, many of the benefits of working collaboratively have become very evident, and they're worthy of note. And the best example that I can give would logically be when we did the translation of Zeitgeist Moving Forward. It was possibly the largest global translation effort ever done online. tsunami of emails in response to a young gentleman that has something to do with the movement, Peter somebody or other. He sends out an email to all 500,000 members of the movement asking for help with the translations, and we were absolutely inundated with emails. In about a fortnight's time, which is 2 weeks for those that don't know what it is, we received over 2,000 emails from people offering to help with the translations. And just as that tsunami was finishing, in came the translation for Zeitgeist moving forward. We were originally expecting some 30 Google Docs to work with, but these 30 Google Docs grew exponentially into 78 Google Docs. But unfazed, the 501 members of the 30 language teams that accepted the challenge of translating the film, they rolled their sleeves up and, leaving all other tasks aside, typing their fingers together, and totally spaced on coffee, we managed to meet the deadline of 3 weeks. We managed to get the translation, the subtitles prepared so that Peter could get them onto the videos ready for the screenings. We had to work in a different manner to the way we were used to, because we had to protect the film from early release. But we even had time to prepare a collaborative Google Doc, similar to the one I showed before, with the transcription errors that we'd seen, so that when the proofreaders came in afterwards for the transcription, the final transcription, proofreading, it was already sorted out for them. So we worked collaboratively even on that level as well. The team structure, we have various teams, obviously, within the global linguistics team. First of all, we have the transcribers for the English language. I say English language because most of the material comes to us in English. And these are for the videos, for the audio, such as the blog talks, for the PDFs and texts and websites. We have the synchronization of the timestamps on the videos. We call them the time shifters. We have the proofreaders for the transcriptions. Then we have the translators, which currently we support some 80 languages. All sorts, you wouldn't believe, we've even got Mongolian, we've got various Indian dialects, we have languages from Africa, really, really getting big now. And then the final stage, the final team is the proofreaders for the translations. All of these working together, obviously, towards the best possible translations we can get. So let's just briefly pass through what these different stages are. The transcription. The transcribing is the pulling down in text form of what we hear, for example, from the original version of the video. Okay? And there's a very common misconception here, which I'd like to clear up now, and I think it's very, very important that people understand this. A lot of people that only speak English think that they can't help us with the translation team. Oh, I don't speak another language, so I won't be any good at that. But in actual fact, your help is vital to the team, because we need you to make the transcriptions, the original English subtitles, whatever. We need the English speakers to do that. If we don't have those accurate transcriptions, the jobs of the translators then become very much more complicated. They have to listen to them for themselves. It's very less time efficient if they have to do it themselves. So the transcribers are very, very, very important. If there's anybody out there that doesn't speak anything else but English and is wanting to get involved some way with the movement, believe you me, you would be welcomed with open arms on the transcription team for them. Just get in touch with me afterwards and I'll get you in touch with the transcription team. Basically, we can say that without the transcriptions, the translation team is held back. And without the translations, the whole world is held back. And if that message didn't get through, a word from our sponsors. Okay, very briefly, just to show you how user-friendly the tools are that we use. This is .sub. Some of you have probably heard of .sub, and it's a heck of a lot higher up than I thought it was going to be. I was going to point with my finger, but anyway. You can see on the left-hand side you have the video with the subtitles underneath. On the right-hand side, the rectangle there, it actually says add a transcription line, okay? That's where the text goes in that you hear. You put in the text, you adjust the timestamps. You can see the timestamps here. Adjust the timestamps. They can even go to milliseconds for greater accuracy. so that they're spot on. And hit enter, it's automatically saved and it passes you on to the next time slot, and you guys, it's very addictive, very addictive. I've converted many a lunch thinking just one more box, just one more box. And once the transcribers have done with this stage, it then passes on to the time shifters, who will make sure that the synchronization is as perfect as possible.